Hello viewers! We all expect our cars to run smoothly and nicely on all occasions, and when that isn't the case, we know there is a problem. But what if it only shakes on idle and then completely smooths out while driving? Well, this is a very specific situation, so we'll explain what might be causing it. The car might shake and vibrate on idle because its engine is not running right. This can be because of the spark plugs, incorrect mixture, or issues with the fuel system. But this can also be caused by broken motor mounts, worn belts, or, if you drive a manual, a failing flywheel. But let me explain each of these a bit more. Let's start with the spark plugs, whose job is to ignite the air-fuel mixture inside the cylinders. Over time, the plugs get fouled with a layer of carbon deposits, preventing them from generating a strong spark. And when that happens, the first thing you're likely to notice is that the engine runs rough and shakes at idle, because that's when it's most vulnerable to any ignition-related problems. Similarly, the ignition coils, one or several of them, might be bad, causing the engine to misfire at low speeds. It's much the same if the throttle body is clogged and dirty. At idle, the throttle plate inside it is almost fully closed, and if there is a lot of buildup around it, this will prevent the airflow and choke the engine, causing it to vibrate and run rough. Also, most older cars have the idle air control valve to keep the idle speed steady. And like the throttle body, it can get clogged with carbon deposits, which obstructs airflow and causes the car to run rough or even stall. On the other hand, if there is an intake leak, this can be a cracked or loose hose or a broken intake manifold. It will allow extra unmetered air into the engine, where it offsets the delicate air-fuel balance. And that will have the most significant impact while idling, when the engine doesn't need much air, and much less when driving with the throttle pressed. To run properly, besides air, the engine needs an appropriate amount of fuel, which is delivered by injectors. In most cars, each cylinder has its own injector, and if one of them is clogged, it won't give enough gas or it won't be sufficiently atomized. As a result, the engine will run unevenly, causing the whole car to shake. And like with the intake leaks or clogged throttle body, this usually has the biggest hit on idle. Moving along to the outside of the engine, where there is a belt or a pair of them, which drives the auxiliaries like the alternator, power steering pump, and AC compressor. If the belt wears out or the tensioner that keeps it firm loses its stiffness, this can cause strong vibrations, which are usually most noticeable on idle. In addition, you might hear squealing sounds when starting the car or during sharp accelerations, indicating the belt is slipping over the pulleys. One more thing here is the motor mounts, which hold the engine in its place inside the engine bay. Your car has 3 or maybe even 4 of them, and they all have rubber parts to isolate the engine's vibrations. But if the rubber falls apart, which usually happens because of age, the engine will become loose, causing it to shake quite violently while running. In many cases, this will be most prominent at idle and may also cause knocking sounds when setting off from a standstill. Lastly, if you drive a car with a manual transmission, chances are it has a dual-mass flywheel. To put it simply, this is like 2 flywheels, one bolted to the engine and the other connected to the clutch. Such a configuration dampens the vibrations and makes setting off from a standstill much smoother. But if the springs inside the dual-mass flywheel break or weaken, your car might shake and vibrate on idle, which is usually accompanied by a metallic rattling sound. Now at this point, you're maybe wondering if it's possible to drive your car if it only shakes while idling. Sure, it's annoying, but it may not be such a big deal, as it still runs fine for the rest of the time. Well, although that might seem true, the fact is, whatever's causing the problem is bound to get worse with time, and you may end up with a completely broken vehicle stranded at the side of the road. And because that's something none of you want, let's see how to figure out why the car might shake at idle. With several things potentially causing shaking and vibrations at idle, it's best to try and narrow down the problem through a process of elimination. First of all, motor mounts. If they are broken, this will cause the engine to judder inside the engine bay while running. In most cases, this will be most noticeable when the transmission is in drive and may stop when you shift it into neutral. To additionally verify if that's what's causing the problem, you can turn off the car, push the engine back and forth, and observe if any of the mounts and their rubber parts have excessive play. The next thing I check is the serpentine belt, which mustn't have too much slack. With the engine off, simply press it with your thumb. There will be some give here, but if it feels very loose and sloppy, you'll have to replace the belt and its tensioner. While under the hood you can also look for any hoses that seem broken or disconnected, as this will almost certainly cause an intake air leak. The area you want to focus on is the intake manifold and anything that connects to it. Brake booster hose, evap hoses, the rubber pipe coming from the PCV valve, and so on. Furthermore, if there is an air leak, you might hear a hissing sound when the engine is running. If none of the above doesn't help, I'd focus on the engine's operation. When something's wrong, the ECU will probably detect the issue and trigger the check engine light on the dashboard. So if you have this warning in your car, plug in the scan tool and check the stored trouble codes, because these can tell a lot. For instance, bad spark plugs can cause a misfire with some of the codes as a consequence. On the other hand, an air leak or dodgy injector will lead to rich or lean running conditions, which usually triggers some of these codes. From this point, you can proceed to check the spark plugs. A job that you can easily do on your own with some basic tools. Simply remove the ignition coils, undo the plugs, and check their condition. If they look dirty, replace them. In fact, there is a detailed video on this subject on our channel, so I'd recommend watching it. It's much the same with the throttle body or the idle air control valve. If it's dirty and clogged with carbon deposits, you can easily solve the problem by removing it from the engine, cleaning it off with carb cleaner and rugs and brushes, and then fitting it back after it dries. Again, we have the separate videos on this subject, which cover the whole procedure in detail. Now, as for the fuel injectors, there is no easy visual inspection to tell if they are bad. What can be done, however, is to check the so-called cylinder corrections, assuming you have a diagnostic tool capable of performing this test. The correction is the extra amount of fuel the ECU adds or subtracts from the ideal value to keep the combustion balanced between all cylinders. But in reality, the best way to know for sure is by removing the injectors and sending them to a specialized workshop where they'll clean them ultrasonically and perform a bench test afterward to assess the spray pattern and flow rate. Lastly, if you have a car with a manual transmission and can hear a metallic rattle and feel vibrations while in neutral, but this stops as soon as you press the clutch, that's almost certainly a bad dual mass flywheel. So there you have it, viewers. Those would be the most common causes why the car might shake while idling and the ways to fix the issue. I hope this video was helpful, and if so, don't forget to hit that like button and share it with your friends. On the other hand, if you're having some different issues with your car, be sure to check other videos here or visit our site mechanicbase.com for detailed automotive repair guides. Bye!